Hey everyone. As you're coming on, I want you to say hello and tell me where you're coming from. And if you're watching in the replay, just type replay in the comments and I will definitely reach out to you if you have any questions. So for those that don't know me, my name is Nathalie Conti and I live in beautiful and hot state of Arizona. So why did I come on today and what is this crazy title all about? Some of you might even think that I've totally lost my mind. Then this message is probably for you. So I chose this title because there's been so many people coming on into my life lately and they're interested in what I do and what I teach. And I really want to share my story today and show you all the possibilities of what you can create. And I want to give you some tangible things that you can take away from this, to move into your life so you can actually start making some changes. So the reason I chose this title is because the mind is the most powerful thing that you have and will ever have. But that power can either be good or it can also be bad. And that's kind of why I titled it an FUCK, because I can't really say it out loud, and I have to be an example for my kids, so let's not say it, but it really is up to you to change it. So if your mind is being used for bad, it really is up to you and only you, to turn it around and use it to create something good, something different. And I'm going to tell you what different is. And I want to give you some real examples, some tangible examples that you can use in your life. So I'm going to share a little bit of my story with you and where my mind was a few months ago. This is kind of important because people think that because I have immersed myself into this material and teach it to people that it can take forever to reprogram your mind, but really it doesn't. You can actually shift your psychological thinking very, very quickly. It really depends on how committed you are. And I was obviously very committed. And it has literally changed my life in such a beautiful way that I did it with ease, flow, and joy versus stress and not that other crap that used to be part of my life. When I worked as a bedside nurse a while back, I was always feeling very sick. And I knew that the biggest stressor in my life was my job. When I was at work, I just hated being there. And when I was not at work, I was dreading going back to work. And I can tell you that with what's going on in your country right now, it makes me sick really just to think about all those nurses out there working in such a stressful environment. And for me, it was like an internal fight, with my mind. I hate my job. I hate my job. That's what I just kept repeating all the time. And I really wanted something else. I was really torturing myself. And I have to tell you that when you work in healthcare, you hear a lot of people complaining and moaning and screaming at you all freaking day or all freaking night if you work night shift. And that usually comes from being in people's lives. You are in their lives when it's their hardest moments. So instead of feeling compassion like a nurse is supposed to, I was starting to feeling really burnout. So I tried different things. I actually went into nursing informatics for a few years. I learned a lot from amazing people, which kind of led me into IT. I even had a network marketing business and I started it and thought it was great. I feel great. I can really concentrate on my side hustle and this is going to be awesome. I was very feeling really good about it. And I thought I was going to have a quantum leap because I had all this time now and less stress. Well, that did not happen. In fact, nothing happened. It pretty much stayed flat the same. And I started getting actually really stressed out. And I even started putting even more pressure on myself because I wasn't doing so well. And here's that thing again, I was telling you about, in my mind, I started thinking how my network marketing business was not growing. No one is buying anything from me. My team was not doing anything. What I do. That's what I kept telling myself. I just didn't know what to do. And I was literally grasping at straws. That's pretty much it. So one day last year, I sat down and I started thinking, I need something. I need something else. And I knew that I needed to change the way I think. And of course, the teacher appears. And I ended up on a 3-day mindset training with Bob Proctor. And then came along a week-long mindset training into a private Facebook group. And within 10 minutes of listening to her speak, I just knew this was it, that it was all within me, that I had everything within me to change, to make a drastic change in my life. To change my life, I had to change, the way I was seeing my life. I had to change the way I see me. And I jumped right in, and I invested on myself. I took on the program from Rob Proctor. I have to tell you, from that decision on, that pivotal moment into my life, everything started to change. See, before I was sad, I was depressed, I was sick all the time. I was constantly yelling at my kids. I was constantly complaining about what I was seeing and what was not going right into my life. I was really literally miserable. So what I started doing is I started reversing that and started seeing the good. I started to see all the beautiful opportunities that were all around me. And I started to think about the different ways life could be better. Um, See how there's a shift already? You can feel it, right? If you think of a storm or a hurricane, it just keeps on swirling and swirling. And then if you go outside into that storm, you are swept up with it. And you are surrounded by the storm, and the storm starts hitting you from all angles, and you just can't think straight. You get overwhelmed, you're consumed by the storm. And that's pretty much how I felt like my life was going before. My thoughts were consumed by the storm, and the worst part is I was allowing that storm to take me away. But now my life is so different. What I do is I go home, I sit with my family, we have nice dinner, I watch the storm for all the beauty that there is in it, and I feel at ease, I feel calm, I feel joy, and I know that everything's going to be okay. I have faith that I will go to sleep and the storm will be gone when I wake up in the morning the next day. That's an amazing feeling, I have to tell you. And that is really what this title of this video is all about. We need to decide that we want to be in a safe place, and we need to decide that we are protecting ourselves. Once you make that mindset shift, what you get really is true freedom. And this is a place where you have all the opportunities to do anything that you desire. It is no one else's responsibility but yours. It's not your kids' responsibility, it's not your spouse, not your family, but your responsibility to make the change. No one can do that for you. You hold the keys. One day, I remember my mentor said something that literally changed my life. She said, when someone says something to you and literally hurt your feelings, they really didn't hurt your feelings. You hurt your own feelings because you have accepted that, what they said, as truth. You allowed it in. You allowed it to upset you. And really the fault is on you, not them. And, it's interesting because I remember, at my job every year, we gave each other some feedbacks, and I remember getting all kind of positive feedback from coworkers once, and there was this one person that was not as nice. And I would just get so upset to the point I would just start crying. You know, what I did was actually letting that one person affect me. I ignored all the thousand beautiful words that the other people said, and I listened to that one negative person. And that is really why it's so important to take responsibility over your own thinking. You know, you have the power within you to shift it to what you truly desire. One thing that has really helped me to do this is to feel happy, to have more joy every single day, to be grateful for what I have, and to feel inspired. And the beautiful thing about this is that when you're happy, when you're calm, when you're grateful, you start attracting beautiful people into your life. You know, if you're in business, you start attracting high quality clients into your life, amazing opportunities into your life. And so if you don't believe in the law of attraction, I really highly recommend that you change that today, because you literally start magnetizing what you want instead of what you don't want once you shift your mindset. So when I started working with people and saw their mindset shift, I remember someone would say to me, you know, that how they're starting to realize that they've been around people that are not very nice and actually pretty negative. Because see, if you don't notice those things, you actually don't notice those things until you start working on yourself, which is the truth. So that is really because you attract based on who you are. Once you change who you are, everything changes. So if you believe that you're not worthy of it, of living a life of happiness and wealth, if you're thinking that you're not good enough, that you can't achieve, you know, big things in life, you will attract big things. That's just as simple as that. You know, you're not going to attract those big opportunities. You're not going to attract beautiful networking. You're just going to attract more of the same. So now is your opportunity that if there are things that you want to do, that you want to change in your life, you just have to go within. And the more you believe in this, the more power you will actually start unleashing. And I 100% believe that. I have, in the last few months, attracted amazing people into my life within the last few months. And I have partnered with incredible people in my online business. And what I love is how we're serving people, how we are changing lives every single day. We help people become aware of what is possible for them. We make their dreams a reality because now they truly believe in themselves. And that's the thing. We believed in them before they even believed in themselves. When I started my program, I borrowed my mentor's belief and faith. And now I'm able to share that with my colleagues, with my clients, with my coworkers, with my partners. And we are all creating financial and time freedom one day at a time. Now in a year time, these people, we're going to need a telescope to really see where we were. You know, their life will be totally different because they made the decision to choose them before anyone else. So I just wanted to give you that little push that you might just need to start changing the way you see the world and how you see yourself and all those beautiful things. If this message resonated with you, I would really love to work with you. And there's really no reason why you wouldn't want to. If there is any reason that you're coming up to not reach out, it's not coming from a place where you follow the path. So I want you to follow the path and come with us in this beautiful journey. You might come out actually a completely different person. Love you guys.